friends, Real Housewives of New Jersey season 13 premiered last night. A lot went down in this very first episode, so let's get into a little recap. Right off the bat, it sounded like no one has spoken since the reunion. We start off with a bang, and Dolores and Jennifer are clearly not speaking. Marge and Teresa have not spoken. And thanks to truth teller Melissa Gorga, it also seems as though Joe, Melissa, and Teresa have not spoken since the reunion. However, then some things came out after the episode aired that showed that that might not be so true. Sorry, Melissa. We'll get into that in another video. We kick off the season with a 1980s roller party, and let me say, I was jealous. I want nothing more than to be invited to a roller skating party. Within 5 minutes, Marge takes a spill and breaks her wrist. Shocked. There's clear awkwardness and tension between Teresa, Melissa, and Joe. And even though Jennifer is trying to say, hey, I'm just going to avoid Dolores, I don't want to get into it, Dolores is being kind of childish by accusing her of running away from her. Even though in a scene prior, she tells Frank that Jennifer is absolutely irrelevant to her and she wants nothing to do with her. Which is it, Dolo? You can't have it both ways. Do you want to talk to her, or is she irrelevant? At this party, we also have Teresa being the bigger person of sorts and going to Marge and saying, hey, I want to sit down with you. Let's hash this out. What could go wrong? And it seems like actually nothing. Marge and Joe go over to Teresa and Louie's house. They sit down for cheese and crackers. And Teresa was raw as a cucumber. I think she meant cool as a cucumber. Teresa actually does apologize to Marge, but Marge brings up, if you felt like you had certain feelings towards me, do you think that maybe you're having those feelings towards Joe and Melissa? Teresa then says she sent a text to Melissa saying, I don't want to talk about this stuff with Louie, and it was more or less a test. A test in which Melissa failed because she in turn ran on camera and read the text out loud to everyone at the Shore House. We do see the two of them communicating. Teresa apologizes, and it seems like things might be okay for Marge and Teresa. Then we go to Marge's for the calendar photo shoot. In typical Marge fashion, she runs off to Joe and Melissa and tattles and tells them everything. Louie had called Melissa insecure. Melissa goes off, and basically Marge agrees with everything that Joe and Melissa say. So good old Marge hasn't changed one bit. So much for that reconciliation. But the big moment was when Dolores and Jennifer finally got into it. Dolores keeps going, you ran away from me, you ran away from me. And in my opinion, I feel like Jennifer was really just kind of trying to keep her boundaries and not have to get into it. It does not go well. At first, I thought Jennifer felt really intimidated by Dolores. She couldn't keep eye contact, but once she noticed that Dolores was not going to give her the time of day or apologize, she was done. Calling her a see you next Tuesday and ran out the door. What did you think of last night's episode?